Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I will be doing my top 20 boy names that I may or may not use. So I hope you guys enjoy it and let's just hop straight into it. So I'm not going to put these names in any order, and there is no meaning behind these names, like I don't have any meanings behind them. But these are the names that I have chosen that I like. So let's just start with the first one, and it is Henry. Now Henry is my granddad's name who passed away recently, and I actually really like this name, and I will be using this name as a middle name and not as a first name, but I think it's a really pretty name. Next we have Harry. I think Harry is a really pretty name, but I think it's a little bit too English for me. I'm from Northern Ireland and I don't really want like a really posh English name, if that makes sense. I want more of a unique name, and Harry is a very popular name. A lot of people are called Harry and I know a few Harrys, so I'm not going to choose that one, but I think it is a really pretty name. So next we have Brody. Now Brody is a very American name, I think anyway. I don't personally know anyone called Brody. I think it's a very strong name. I do like it, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to use that one, but because it is a bit American style-esque boy's name. Next is a Braiden. Now I really like this name. Again, it's another strong name. I'm not too sure if I'm going to use this. I only saw it today and I thought it was really nice, so I added it to my list of names. Next we have Ace, which is a name that me and Kevin, my boyfriend, have been thinking about. We said this a while back, and it was a potential name for our son, so we really like the name Ace as it is short and sweet, simple. Ace means one, as in our first child, so yeah, we like Ace. Finn is the next name that we have. Now unfortunately we cannot name our son Finn, as Kevin has a cousin whose son is called Finn, and I don't really want to pick a name that has already been used in the family, or we kind of know someone called that name. But I really like this name. This is a name that I have liked for years, like when I was younger, but yeah, it is a really pretty name. Next we have Levi. I didn't like Levi at the start. Kevin's sister Catherine chose this name and she said it was really nice, and I have actually grown to like it more and more. The more I listen to it, the more I really like it, but Kevin does not like it, so we won't be using this name, but I really think it is a grower on people, so yeah. Logan is next, and I think this is the cutest name ever, and you can definitely grow into this like as the kid gets older. Logan is just a really nice name, and it is a potential one that we may use. I think it is just really cute, and it starts with an L. My name is Laura, so it starts with an L as well, but yeah, I really like that one. Next we have Elijah. Elijah was the very first name that we picked for our son, but the more I heard Elijah, the more I didn't like it and I was going off it. I feel like a lot of people are called Elijah nowadays, and it's just too popular for me to pick my baby as a very popular name. Like I kind of want my baby to stand out and have a different name, but also not too different where he's getting bullied or something like by his name, if you know what I mean. But it was the first name that we picked out when we found out we were having a baby. We didn't even know the gender at that stage. Next we have Forrest. Now I am a country girl. I come from the countryside, lived there my whole life, apart from now I live in the town, and Forrest I think is a really nice name, and it just brings back so many memories of my childhood. It makes me smile when I think of the name Forrest, but my boyfriend does not like that name, and so that is something that we disagree on, so it's not going to be something that we choose, but I really like that name. It just makes me feel good and makes me smile. It's a really cute name. Next we have Jackson, and Jackson was a name that me and Kevin kind of liked. We were watching a TV show, I can't remember what it was called, but this was the name that was used as one of the characters in it, and we thought it was really cute. But it is just a generic name, I think. It's not really out there, it's not really different. There's a lot of Jacksons, so it was on the cards, but I don't think it's on the cards anymore, but we still like the name Jackson. Riley is next. Now I really like the name Riley, but I think I would prefer Riley as a girl rather than a boy, as I know a little girl called Riley and I think it suits her really, really well. So when I think of Riley, I think of a girl rather than a boy, but I think it is a really nice name, and it could be really nice for someone else to use that name. But yeah, that was another name I picked. So the next two are kind of Australian based names, as me and my boyfriend went to Tasmania, which is an island of Australia, and so these names were kind of hitting me when I thought of Australia. So the first one is Otis, which I think is really, really cute. It reminds me of like a surfer dude, but I'm not too sure that Kevin likes that name, so we won't be picking that one, but I think it's really cute if you're into like surfing and love the beach and stuff. Like me and Kevin love the beach. We used to go all the time. We bodyboard and like we just love it, but I don't think that's going to be a potential name. And the other one is Otto. So Otto kind of reminds me of like the same kind of vibes, but more in the countryside, of like a little animal. I'm pretty sure there's an animal called an Otto, I'm not too sure, but I kind of like that name. It's a bit different, which I think my son might be bullied for having this name, but it was something that I came across and I did like at the start. But yeah, I don't think we're going to choose that one. Next is Mason, and me and my boyfriend really, really like this name, but my boyfriend was talking to someone and he said that in the area that we live in, like the majority of the boys are called Mason, and there's actually someone that lives near us who has 2 sons and they're both called Mason, and so we were like, no, we can't have that name. Like there's far too many people around our area that's called Mason, so it's just out the window. But it's a really, really nice name, but too popular for us. Next is Miles. Now the way I say Miles and the way my boyfriend says Miles is completely different. I think it's just our accents, because we're not really from the same place. We're both from Northern Ireland, but we're both from different like towns, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to explain it, but we both have different accents, so when I say Miles it sounds different to him. So when we're calling our kid, like it's kind of like mixed, so it wouldn't work for us. It's the same with a name that I heard earlier. I was watching a video, which is Road, and I say Road really, really weird. I don't know why, it's just something that I've always said it weird. But yeah, I think it's just the way my accent goes compared to his. I don't think I want a kid to be called like the same name but in different accents, if that makes sense. Next we have Atlas. Now I really, really like the name Atlas. If I was to choose myself, like if I was a single mom, I probably would choose the name Atlas. But the thing is, me and my boyfriend do go to a gym, and the name of our gym is called Atlas. It's in Korean, where we live, and so picking a name that's like the same name as our gym is a bit like weird. I don't know. So I really like the name. We just can't pick it because we go to a gym called Atlas. So next is the name Cass. Now this is the name that my boyfriend picked out. I'm still playing around with this name, trying to get it into my head, trying to like see if it will grow on me like how Levi did, but it still hasn't really clicked in with me yet. So I'm not too sure if this is going to be a name that we choose. Next is River. Now I really, 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 really like the name River. The first time I heard this name River was when my little sister went to gymnastics and there was a wee girl called River, and I would actually choose River as a girl's name rather than a boy's name, but I threw it in there with the boy's name because it is a unisex name that I do like, but I don't think we're going to call our son River as my boyfriend doesn't like that name at all, so it's not something that we're going to use, but I think it's lovely, and if you're pregnant, definitely make it a priority because it's one of those ones that's really, really nice. And lastly, we have the name that I cannot get out of my head. It's my top name that I want to choose for my kid, but it's not going to happen because my boyfriend just does not like it at all, and that is Koa. I think Koa is an absolutely stunning name. Like, you can have nicknames for your kid like Coco, or like, I don't know, but I think it is so adorable, and I can picture myself with my kid and calling him Koa, but unfortunately I cannot pick it because my boyfriend doesn't like it, and obviously it's not just my kid, it's his kid too, so we have to agree on a name, so I wouldn't put him in a position where he doesn't like the name, because I wouldn't like him to do the same thing to me. So that is all the names I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this name and got some inspiration. If you are pregnant, then take away from this list some names that I have chosen out that I really like, use away at them. We still haven't came up with a name for our son. These might be a potential options for us, but we are not too sure, and we might do this thing where we have a baby shower and people pick names, and then we can go through those and maybe pick a name out from that, but we really don't have any plans for a baby shower, as it is this COVID thing doesn't seem to be going away, or the lockdown doesn't seem to be lifting anytime shortly, so we're not too sure. We're just going to leave it. Like, I'm pretty sure the name will come to us, even if I'm giving birth and I still don't have a name, it will come to us at some stage, so I'm not really like panicking about it, but yeah, I hope you guys have really enjoyed this video and have picked out some names that you might like for your future kid. Next week I will be doing 20 girl names that I may or may not use in the future. I am having a boy, so I know what I'm having, but yeah, that video will be coming up next week, so please be sure to subscribe and like and comment below on my video, and I will see you guys next week for another video.